What's up everyone, it's Mark from SilencedTech, and it feels so good to say that again after having nearly 2 years off. I honestly don't know where the time went. It was never my intention to be away for this long. After I went through an awful breakup, plus having to move out away from my kids, it pretty much destroyed me. I ended up in a 1-bedroom apartment with no room to swing a cat. After a while I met the most amazing person and she's really helped me get back on track, hence why I'm now coming back to YouTube, refreshed, reinvigorated and ready to throw my all at some awesome tech videos. Right everyone, I've had some serious help also from Corsair and Gigabyte UK. Even after not uploading in so long, they've supported me by sending out the parts for a new PC build. I'm very excited. Plus my dad lent me a new camera since he's a photographer. It's a Nikon Z7 and I've been really impressed with the footage it delivers. It's going to be a nice upgrade for the channel. So my biggest issue I had coming back to YouTube was building an editing setup. I went for a less extreme assortment of monitors this time around, for now at least. After I recently bought an OLED TV, looking at these monitors was a shock. The colours look very flat. I desperately want to colour grade with an OLED now, so maybe that's an upgrade I can look forward to in the future. Going forward, I want to get rid of this wardrobe and make a desk that will stretch all the way across my room and maybe have 2 slight corner desks on each side. I will have to use a kitchen worktop to get the length all the way across my room. I would like a dark wood desk, maybe all black cases and components, and with some green plants everywhere. Well, maybe not everywhere, but yeah, it should look good. So then I will have all the room I need to make an extreme OLED monster editing station, or maybe even a 2-person setup, so Charlotte can help me out from time to time on the channel, which she's very keen to do so. In turn, this will help my channel massively, resulting in more regular uploads. One upgrade that is happening right now is my gaming PC, thanks to the awesome people at Gigabyte UK and Corsair. Corsair sent out some of their newest PC parts. I received an assortment of LX120 RGB fans. 6 of them are reverse, so you can mount them as an intake without any compromises to the overall aesthetic of my build. They also sent out their IQ Link 360 RX all-in-one liquid cooler. Gifts are definitely incoming on the intros, guys. And they also sent out what I believed was 64 gigabytes of Vengeance RGB DDR5 until I looked a little bit closer. Turns out I have got a 32 gigabyte kit and 2 kits are fake modules. What a brilliant idea. Now I have all of the latency improvements with running 2 DIMMs and I still get all the looks of running a full set. It's genius. Also I received their RX Swift series PSU. I haven't opened it up yet, but I can't wait to see how all my components hook up to this. And here's what the amazing people at Gigabyte UK sent. It's their GeForce RTX Aorus 5080 Master. I had a 3080 Ti before and this has been a huge upgrade. I know DLSS 4 frame gen is fake frames, and without it I wouldn't have been as nearly as impressed with my new upgrade compared to my older 3080 Ti. But Nvidia's version of frame gen is a little different. Now we have AI guessing which frames comes next. Overall it does a decent job. I have DLSS 4 frame gen on ×3 most of the time. It's certainly not perfect since frame gen will introduce input latency, making the technology not so great for multiplayer games. Even in single player games, certain objects flicker, which can be distracting. In Cyberpunk, for example, I had to turn off all the world markers and subtitles above non-playable characters' heads. The markers and text judder and flicker no matter which frame gen setting I try to use, although the issue is far less noticeable if there's a good base frame rate for Nvidia's AI to work with, 60 FPS. Regardless, this 5080 with frame gen showed me the future. This has been a huge, massive visual upgrade. I'm able to run Cyberpunk at max settings with DLSS quality and most notably path tracing. Honestly guys, this has been such a massive visual improvement. I also have a Samsung S92C QD-OLED ramped up to 1800 nits. I accessed the service menu and modded it to an inch of its life, and yeah, the results are just mind-blowing. HDR in Cyberpunk with all the neon lighting always looked very good, but the combination of HDR at 1800 nits, the OLED colours, the raw power of the 5080, frame gen, path tracing, it all makes for a real amazing next gen visual upgrade, from the likes of which I haven't seen in a very long time. I can't actually get over the massive upgrade. 2 years ago I became really bored with gaming. There weren't any real new games, admittedly because of COVID, and the 40 series didn't really interest me very much. Arguably I feel these reasons and everything else I talked about earlier also contributed into why I stopped making videos. I just fell out of love with gaming and hardware in general. But now my Aorus RTX 5080 Master has completely reinvigorated my love for playing games, and I've only paired the RTX 5080 with my Ryzen 5900X build so far. I still have got to build a whole new gaming PC on the AM5 platform with the X870E Aorus Elite Wi-Fi 7 motherboard and AMD's 9800X 3D. God, that was a mouthful. If I do continue to game at 4K on my OLED, I will be GPU bound most of the time, resulting in not much of an increase in FPS upgrading to my Ryzen 9800X 3D, although at lower resolutions I'm hearing there's a big difference between the two CPUs. Currently I'm just getting my whole setup set up again, so I tend to only play single player games on my OLED. I love testing the performance still on my favourite games and just getting them to look as good as I possibly can. Endlessly messing with settings is my favourite pastime, as much to the annoyance of my girlfriend. I've also been spending most of my time trying to fix Windows 11 to run games properly at the highest possible FPS and with the lowest latency. I have my Windows latency seriously tweaked to the lowest it possibly can be, which really does help with frame gen lag a lot. With that, going forward, I want to build a proper PC gaming setup, maybe in my front room, because I can't exactly use a mouse and keyboard on my sofa, and it would be good to play some multiplayer games. I haven't really played any at all in a long time, and I really want to get to grips with playing mouse and keyboard again. Right, so that's it everyone, my first video back. I really hope you've enjoyed the video and with what's to come going forward. A massive shout out to each and every one of you that's still watching after 10 years. I started in 2015, so it's just so long ago. Plus, a massive shout out to my dad, as right now you'll be watching this recorded with an iPhone. Corsair and Gigabyte, you're absolute legends. The part they sent has really spurred me on to make content again. Highly appreciated, guys. Much love. My name's Mark from SilencedTech. I shall see you all real soon, guys. Goodbye.